So why is it important to have some kind of business education as a security expert? Think about what you do at the core of your career is protecting the company from risk. And risk is generally quantified in dollars, not in number of vulnerabilities or number of threat actors or number of incidents per day. The business speaks in dollars. And so as a security expert, you need to learn to speak in dollars. I know there are a lot of things that are hard to quantify at face value. So it's easy to come up with metrics around mean time to recovery or mean time to response. It's easy to come up with metrics that are simple counts of incidents, but the company really doesn't care how many incidents it has unless there's a dollar value on it. Unless certain incidents are $3 million, then it becomes important to the business. Another thing to think about is really where cybersecurity sits in the business. So cybersecurity is, and always has kind of been, the barrier to progress in businesses. It doesn't have to be that way. It's been the Department of No all this time, when it could have been a business enabler. It could have been something that protects the business, minimizes risk, but allows the business to do what it needs to do at whatever rate it needs to do it. So it's important that we as cybersecurity professionals realign ourselves with the business and understand that the business has certain constraints, certain things that are slowing it down. And there are certain things that are significant risks to the bottom line for business. And there are things the business needs to do quickly that they need your help to secure their processes so they can do them quickly. And then there's investments. There's new firewalls, BDR, etc. There's technology that you need and want. It's important for you to understand the business so that you can provide a real monetary argument and a real risk justification for those things. Not just a cool toy, but something that actually impacts the business. So I'm an advocate for business school, business education, whether it's Coursera or edX, whether it is an MBA program. Cybersecurity experts today are in desperate need of more business understanding. I've seen a lot of job ads for CISOs, and almost all of them are asking for MBAs. The board doesn't want to speak to the basement dwelling cybersecurity nerd who doesn't really understand the business. As somebody who's bridging kind of both worlds right now, I have to pick my audience a lot of times when I'm speaking. Do I speak about technology and threat detection and anomaly detection and machine learning, or do I speak about the impact to the business and speak to them about the amount of investment and the return on investment that the company will see? It's important for you to start framing things for the right audience. And some of you have got this really well, but some of you are just great at speaking to your cyber peers, which is great at becoming kind of a cyber influencer and in that community. But if you're trying to move up in your business, you have to speak the language of the business. So I encourage thinking about an MBA. Yes, they're expensive. There are freer options out there, or much less expensive options. There are some international MBAs, which are very inexpensive. There's University of the People, as well as, other kind of free or very reduced MBA programs. Georgia Tech had a cybersecurity master's program. Um, and I've seen MBAs from the iMBA, the online internet MBA from University of Illinois. So there are a lot of options out there for extending your education and for growing. But the free version is Coursera and edX, and those aren't a waste of your time. You can pay some money in order to get a certificate after you're done with it, but doing the program themselves, doing that work and doing that learning, you learn a lot about leadership, about management, about finance. So pick the classes based on, entry into that field. So it's project management, finance, management techniques, Six Sigma, constraint management, things like that. And then start thinking about leadership and, leading organizations and managing organizational change and things like that. The closer you are to speaking the language of the business, the better.